The American Revolutionary War, which began in 1775, was initially characterized by sporadic yet intense conflicts. The early battles of Lexington and Concord and Bunker Hill were significant not only for their outcomes, but also for setting a tone of staunch resistance and determination among the American forces. These engagements demonstrated the willingness of the American colonists to stand up against the might of the British Empire. By 1777, the British, underestimating the resolve of the American rebels, devised a strategic campaign aimed at isolating New England from the other colonies by gaining control of the Hudson River Valley. The belief was that New England, being the hotbed of revolutionary fervor, could be subdued by severing its connections with its southern neighbors, thereby stifling the rebellion. General John Burgoyne, a British commander, was tasked with leading a force southward from Canada. His plan involved linking up with the other British forces advancing northward, thereby encircling New England. However, the American forces, aware of Burgoyne's intentions, prepared to disrupt this strategy. American strategists, including the astute General Horatio Gates, focused on hindering Burgoyne's advance and severing his supply lines. The Battle of Saratoga unfolded through two significant engagements that collectively turned the tide of the Revolutionary War. The first, known as the Battle of Freeman's Farm, or the First Battle of Saratoga, took place on September 19th, 1777. In this confrontation, despite achieving tactical advances, the British forces endured heavy casualties. General Burgoyne's army, though initially successful in pushing back the American lines, found itself heavily depleted and unable to capitalize on any temporary gains. The engagement demonstrated the resilience and tactical ingenuity of the American forces, who effectively utilized the dense forest and terrain to their advantage. Under the command of Generals Horatio Gates and Benedict Arnold, American troops engaged in skirmishes that whittled down the British strength. Arnold, in particular, demonstrated remarkable leadership and bravery, rallying his men to hold their ground and counterattack at critical moments. The second and more decisive engagement, the Battle of Bemis Heights, or the Second Battle of Saratoga, occurred on October 7th, 1777. This battle showcased the full strategic acumen of the American commanders. General Gates had effectively fortified his position on Bemis Heights, offering his forces a substantial defense advantage. Benedict Arnold, though suffering from a leg injury, played a pivotal role in the American offensive, leading a daring charge that broke through the British lines. The American forces were not only well prepared, but also highly motivated, fighting for the cause of independence with a passion that matched their strategic positions. The British, already weakened by the attritional warfare and the loss of supplies, found themselves outmaneuvered and unable to sustain their positions against the relentless American attacks. As Burgoyne's forces reeled from the continuous assaults, their situation became desperate. By October 17th, 1777, with his troops surrounded and morale plummeting, Burgoyne had no choice but to surrender. This capitulation marked a significant victory for American forces and was a turning point in the war, fundamentally altering the strategic landscape in favor of the American cause. The American victory at Saratoga was celebrated throughout the colonies and sent shockwaves across the Atlantic, eventually influencing the decision of European powers to lend their support to the revolutionary effort. This dual battle not only demonstrated the American resolve and military capability, but also highlighted the strategic shortcomings of the British campaign in North America. The immediate aftermath of the Battle of Saratoga saw a significant boost in the American morale. This victory proved to the American forces and the public that the British could be defeated and that independence was attainable. Furthermore, the British were compelled to rethink their strategy in North America, shifting their focus toward the southern colonies in a bid to salvage their campaign. Perhaps more importantly, the victory at Saratoga had profound long-term effects. It was instrumental in convincing France and then later Spain and the Netherlands to provide military support to the American cause. The international recognition and support that followed were pivotal, as they not only provided the necessary military assistance, but also put considerable political pressure on Britain. The Battle of Saratoga is often credited with the turning of the tide of the Revolutionary War in favor of the American colonists. It had not only demonstrated the viability of the American military effort, but also catalyzed the international support crucial for achieving ultimate victory. The strategic defeat of the British at Saratoga disrupted their plans and bolstered the global stature of the American cause, setting the stage for the eventual recognition of the American independence. The ramifications of this battle echoed beyond the immediate military outcomes, shaping the future of a nation and altering the course of global politics.